broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Turn it up.
Bump that up a little bit.
Been through a whole lot. Trial, tribulation, but I know God.
Kendrick.
Didn't wanna put me in a bow tie. Pray that the holy water don't go dry.
Get him, Mr. Slink.
So many motherfuckers wanna down me, but help me go never drown me. In front of a dirty door, river they fell me. And I love
myself.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You are tuned into AfterBuzz TV for Black Jesus Season 2. I'm your host, Bamm Ericsen, and I would like to introduce the panel.
What's going on, everybody? I'm your boy, Jimmy V.
Hey, I'm Stephaune Wallace.
And in the AfterBuzz building, we have Mr. Black Jesus himself, Mr. Joe Slink Johnson in the building. What up, Pam?
Yeah.
Slink. What's happening?
Big, gigantic, magnormous pimps.
How you been?
Man, I've been blessed. I've been wonderful. I've been in a great space, man.
We have a lot to talk about, so let's break down this show. So, Black Jesus has a dream from Pops saying that you need to humble yourself and I need you to go down and I need you to wash Lloyd's feet.
Right.
I know where they're going with this, but my question to you guys is, why do you think Lloyd was the chosen person out of all the people in Compton he could have chose? Why Lloyd?
I mean, as we've seen in this season so far, it seems like Lloyd's been against everything that Jesus has been actually doing. So, in a sense, it's like you need to help out your enemy. Mm-hmm. That's what I say.
Yeah, I think it's kind of biblical. They're going with the, the first shall be last and the last first. You know, so it's the least of them. Lloyd is he's the homeless one. He's the one that is kind of the derelict. So, Jesus is starting with the last or the least. Mm-hmm. And building.
I think that he chose Lloyd because Lloyd, as the street local bum,
sure,
yeah, he's going to tell everybody.
So he's the mouthpiece.
He's the mouthpiece, okay. And when you think about Jesus washing feet, yeah. If you remember in the Bible, John 13, he actually went to wash the disciples' feet. Right?
Yep.
And he said to him, he said to, I think it was Peter, he says, unless I wash you, you have no part of me. So for me, that's the underlying tone of why this whole thing is happening. Gotcha. Because if he can wash the feet of people, then people will feel a part of him, which then they would get to know him. Mm-hmm. And Lloyd is the biggest non-believer
exactly.
out of everybody. Did I hit that on the nail, or what do you think?
That sounded pretty good to me, man, because honestly, I don't know why Pops have Jesus. Pops just tell Jesus to do some stuff, he just got to do it, man, or whatever the case, and again, I like all you guys' ideas, the last will be first, and you got to put a little sample out there. Lloyd out there on the street, you put a little sample, he out there, he going to let everybody know that Jesus got the digital divinity. Dig that.
Right. Yeah. Although, ironically, Lloyd didn't actually go and spread the word. What did he do? He was selfish.
Sure.
When they tied him down, he was like, towel. No tip. Like, he is the rudest motherfucker I know. He is so rude, and I love the character of Lloyd. Yeah. He is just hilarious. And so now let's go forth. And so now Black Jesus then goes and wash Mrs. Tootie's feet.
Yeah.
And she loves it.
Next.
Yeah, and Miss Tootie loves it. She says it's actually better than some of the last couple of times she got her some, right?
Right. Oh, I can't even imagine Miss Tootie getting some, but go ahead.
Well, Jesus, I guess, is in the hands. You know what I'm saying? And Jesus, you know, him being divine, he knows just how to touch just right. You know, if he can touch your heart, he damn sure can touch them feet. Big ass feet.
Crusty ass feet.
Well, and what he said, Booney said, he says the bucket looks like it looks like a butlet.
Chilling water.
Man, that Corey Holcomb. Corey, you crazy, man. Man, Corey Holcomb, man, look here. Corey crazy, man.
Yeah.
Question: How many different lines did Corey give? Because I'm sure that probably was one of maybe 12.
Yeah, man. Corey can have a nice outtake reel of his own. I mean, Corey, man. Shout out to Corey Holcomb, man. He's such a genius, man. So quick on his feet, man. So quick. Corey can improvise in a second. Corey can improvise a movie. If you put a camera in front of him and had the budget, Corey would improvise a whole movie.
He's really that good.
That's tight.
He's really that good. So now Miss Tutti wants to open up the business because Pops didn't necessarily tell Black Jesus that he didn't have to that it was
exclusive,
like it was. He didn't say that you couldn't charge, so then why not?
Right.
And so now Miss Tutti decides to open up this business, and it starts off really good. The only problem is Black Jesus is taking too damn long, and Miss Tutti got all her bitches.
I mean, she had them lined up.
She had them all lined up. You think Miss Tutti is
a pimp?
Well, do you think she's smashing some of them bitches, or do you think is she just
Tutti? I don't know. I think she's strictly dickly. I don't know.
I think she's just in it for where the green is at, and that's where she was next. I mean, y'all bitches stay in line. She was facilitating the whole thing just like as if a pimp were to. So,
go ahead.
I think Miss Tutti, you know, let's dispel that rumor right now. Miss Tutti is about the 3 P's. She bought her power, her paper, and she definitely liked penis.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, she definitely about that money, though. Miss Tutti's always looking for some type of advantage she could take. So she sees you got a product in the hands of God, and she like, we could flip this.
She's just a talent agent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what
man, you stole my line, Slink.
Yeah, she go talk about it when Black Jesus was kind of holding up the business. She's smart about her money, and so she gets rid of Black Jesus and Mag, and she pushes them out the way. And go ahead. As far as with Miss Tutti and Fish.
I mean, she understood the business has to go on, even though he started to get tired, and then all the ladies were like, "Oh, look at Fish," you know. So she saw a way to capitalize. So she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take care of you quick, bam, bam. Have a great day. Hey, Fish, let's go get this money now." So bam.
I feel like Jesus is putting actual love and emotion into every foot massage, you know?
Most definitely.
So you taking your time.
Most definitely.
It's never going to be a hurried thing. But Tutti is, whenever you bought $1, you on the clock.
Right.
So she's like, listen, we need these to be done in, 10 minutes?
Yep.
10-minute massage? Well, it's only $20, though. They're making a dove every pair of feet. 10 minutes is all you really need.
Yeah.
Jesus ain't in it for the money, though. You gave away your money once you got it.
Right.
Exactly.
Jesus gave it. You know, the money is not Jesus's angle at all. You know, he's about getting legit money, like he always says, because he knows that's what his followers and his people need.
Sure.
However, you know, he's more in it for, you know, the goodness that comes out of the lessons that come out of learning and earning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesus ain't tripping on that bread, man. He just wants to see some smile.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do you think Fish should have held out for more money? Like Miss Tutti only offered him a quarter of weed. Was it a quarter or half of weed?
It was a quarter.
A quarter of weed.
Yeah.
I don't know how much is that a lot? Is that a lot?
I mean, for one man.
I'm no expert, but it's like 7 grams or something like that. Right?
That's a 7. I smoke a quarter in a day. But, you know, again, this is TV. You know what I'm saying? This is TV and this is satire. You know what I mean? The average person out there that's watching don't really understand that.
Right.
Well, me, they call me Godzilla lungs. I'll take your little funky ass quarter and smoke that.
I ain't mad at
Miss Tootie, you better give me more than a quarter. I need a couple of elbows, girl.
Right.
Got me out here working.
It wasn't until the other lady wanted more than just. She wanted the deep tissue.
Full body massage.
She wanted the full body.
Yeah.
And then that's when Mrs. Tootie finally wanted to give 50-50.
Yeah. I mean, she kept it from being a sexual thing, an actual penetration thing, which I'm surprised. I thought it was going to go there, But I thought Fish should have held out for a little bit more in the negotiation or whatever that was. But Tootie's pimp game was so strong.
Yeah, man, you got to think about it, man. If you talking about Fish and you talking about guys of the crew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If the homies knew stuff like hold out and wait for some more money, we wouldn't need Miss Tootie.
Right.
Totally, yeah.
We just the homies just be happy to get something. You know what I mean? They just be happy to see another day, get something and make it through. So like, what? You gonna give me a quarter? So
yeah. And I thought the way Mrs. Tootie negotiated the verbal contract, Fish was like, "Are you trying to pimp me out, Miss Tootie?"
Straight up.
No, I'm not trying to pimp you out. No, pimping is. I wrote it down. She says, "Pimp tries to control people. Pimps try to take advantage of you. You are talent. I'm your talent manager." And when she said that, you can see the reaction on Fish's face, where he was like,
"That can make sense." That's how pimps talk.
Let me be your manager.
Got him. Yeah.
When two consenting adults come together, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
That's that pimp game. She got the mouthpiece. For real.
Then Lloyd comes and he messes up everything.
Snitch.
Blow the spot up.
I mean, haven't we seen this all season? He keeps running back to Diane.
Yeah.
Like, Lloyd is everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
He's everywhere. Where like, why are you here, bruh?
For real. It's like one of those. He's like an annoying flea at like a cookout or something.
Yeah, like a gnat.
Get out of here.
I'm tripping on, from the beginning, Miss Tootie was like, we can go down to the yoga studio. I know a gang of bitches down there. She called them bitches, hoes, everything under the sun. And then when old girl said, start getting out of line, Booney stepped in. Yo, don't be talking about mama like that. This bitch that did a lot. She's like, don't call me no bitch. I don't like that. Yeah. And I'm like, you call everybody bitches.
Booney and Miss Tootie's relationship, man, is very, very, very crazy. They got like a weird dynamic to their relationship.
Yeah.
And mother and father, but they're like brother and sister.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments I tickle to this day is in the church heist episode.
Oh my goodness. Yes, we talked about that one.
When it was discovered that the guys were doing a heist and Booty saw his mom, he was like, bitch. Just listen to how he said it, man. It was like, so, hey, Corey, man, your ass is crazy, bro.
Shout out to Corey, man.
Yeah, man, that's my homeboy, Corey Holcomb, real Chicago cat. Chicago stand up, man. I see him out there doing it, pimp.
Yeah, Corey's definitely doing his thing. Let's go into Tootie and Booney's relationship.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, they have this weird relationship where they love each other, but they hate each other. It's almost, as you said, it's almost like they're brother and sister, not mom and son. It's
weird. They still support, sort of, each other. It's so dysfunctional. But, it's his mom's business, so to speak. Mm-hmm. He's there trying to make sure he's being supportive somehow. He kind of became the bouncer, because he had no job. And, he wanted to obviously be in the little trailer getting it in with these the old flabbies. But what did Miss Tootie say? Boy, get your no. She told him they don't want your old fat ass something. Dang, I ain't write it down. But she got on him.
She berates him so much. Yeah. She really just. But it's a wonderful dynamic to me because the way she berates him and he comes back. It's weird. I believe it's a very enduring relationship between the two of them. I can see it like Miss Tootie probably had him young and they grew up together. Yeah. Right. And she tears into his ass every time, man. But
But is it like that's how they show each other love? Maybe
I would imagine.
That's just how they communicate. Their love. I don't know. Tootie and Booney.
I agree. let's now go back. Let's go to Lloyd. I think that when you deal with someone like a Lloyd, the bum, the town bum, not only is he the local bum, but when shit goes down, you go to the bum because he's there, he watches. So you have to kind of take care of the bum in order to have him on your side if you want him to be a part of your alliance. And so I think that Mrs. Tutti, her only problem with the whole situation was the fact that she didn't take care. As a businesswoman, you're supposed to take care of everybody. So she messed up when she didn't go and take care of Lloyd. Had she not took care of Lloyd and just
she could have gave
him a beer. She could have did something to have him
pacify
go away,
him.
to pacify him. But she didn't do that, and therefore she have to.
And I'm glad she didn't, because we wouldn't have a story.
Right.
We need a story. We got people got to do stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
You know, you ever watch TV, be like, why did they do that? Why don't they just, you know? But you know, you
needed that.
You need that. You got to make a story, man. And that's the classic. That's the classic way of the world. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of your people, man. But unfortunately, our people don't take care of our people
all the time.
Right,
That's true.
Amen.
That's true. I'm tripping on how Lloyd has Diane on speed dial. Like, this is the second episode he's called Diane straight. Like,
how did he get her number?
I don't know. Lloyd has Diane on speed dial somehow.
Okay. So Diane is on a blind date with the dude from Hits from the Street.
Hits from the Street.
I don't know his character's name, so I don't mean to disrespect, but when I see him, that's the dude who everybody used to run when they saw him on BET from Hits from the Street. What do you guys think about that scene when he's trying to?
First off, I thought he did a great job. He was funny, man. He had a lot
jokes on jokes.
Yeah, man.
Man, Al is a funny dude, man.
Yeah.
Very funny cat, man.
He was machine gun firing them off too.
Yeah,
like it was nonstop. Bang, bang,
Ain't
bang,
Halloween, but I see pumpkins. That nice pumpkin ass.
Yeah, like Diane literally. I don't even know if she spoke much in that dialogue. She was just there.
He didn't give her much chance. No. He was just going, just spitting.
Yeah, when he kind of trailed it off into him being a mama's boy and then him living like he just was nonstop going. It was funny.
Yeah,
definitely funny.
Once again, another thing with the show is that they always have the jokes on jokes, and it's the fact that I feel like it's not written down. It's like straight up organic in a sense.
Yeah.
So then
just flowing.
That's just what makes it always good. So.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun, man. Mike and Aaron offer us all a lot of creative freedom in that regard. They give us a lot of room when working with the script, because the story that you see is very much a story that Aaron writes.
Yeah.
And Mike, you know, they get together and
they roll in.
But you know, again, we get there, a lot of stuff gets created on the day.
Okay.
It gets right on the day. We right there, and you know, Corey will do something, and it's always somebody that sets somebody off.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this is like it's like a championship basketball team. You got a lot of good. You all got everybody playing good. Like one night it might be this guy.
Right.
Next night it might be this guy. But you know, we're always gonna have some spectacular performances on Black Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what I think is also so brilliant about the show is not only is everyone actors, but 90% of the cast are comedians.
Yeah.
Yourself, Charlie Murphy, John Witherspoon, Corey Holcomb, King Batch, Andrew, Andra Fuller, like Antoine even, like I can't imagine because I've been there, but I can't imagine being on a set 5-6 days a week and having to compete. Really, it's like you said, it's a competition because you know Corey's gonna bring them, you know Charlie's gonna bring it, and so it's literally like a class or watching an improv special where if somebody comes at you, you have to come back. Or what do? Do you like get laughed at for the rest of the day? You have to sit in how is a competition? Do you guys think of it as a competition?
No.
Or
I never thought of it as a competition.
Okay.
You know, everybody just comes and bring their A game, and everybody knows their role. You know, we're always gonna stick close. We're always gonna stick to the script and stick to the story. Mm-hmm. And you know, nobody's. And as far as the funny goes, you know, I think everybody knows their place. You know, nobody's gonna try to out funny a Charlie or a Corey. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? More so because, you know, based on the script and the character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. It's not a competition. We just have a lot of fun. We trip out every day on each other.
And when I said competition, I didn't mean like literally, but like a friendly.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I understand what you're saying. I don't even see it as that. I think we just are, somebody have a good day and we'll just laugh about it all day. You know what I mean? And that's just it. Probably, and we probably be looking towards him to do some more. I mean, I know I'm always looking at Corey.
Right.
Like I know this dude for to say something.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah, and you kind of expect it. I think what you said was exactly right. I see it as an all-star team. Anybody, any given night could put up 30, 40 points. So it's just that. Y'all just gel with it.
On the pilot, some people probably won't ever see this, but on the pilot, Vic told Trayvon, Trayvon told Vic, like, yo, don't talk to Jesus like that. It's blasphemous. Oh, no, he said it's ironic that you're talking to Jesus like that. And Vic said, yo, it's ironic that you half a man stuffed in a bitch's body. And I was like, you never saw that. That was a funny-ass cut to me. I never forgot. He said, man, yeah, you know how you talk. Yeah, you half a man in a bitch's body. I was like, God.
In moments like that, does it shut the set down for a minute?
Yes, man, definitely, man. I know for me, man, I'm definitely learning to be a professional on the set of Black Jesus. I got to, man, it's so much to try to hold this laugh, hold these laughs in, man. And I think, when the days get short and they get tight, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we got to get this done because we take care of business, man. But there's a lot of laughs. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of laughs.
For me, just really quick, the funniest thing that Charlie Murphy said was to Jason. He said, "You unforgettable ass nigga." That was like,
no, you regular forgettable ass nigga.
Yeah. It was one of those things where it was like, did he just, and you have to think about it, but like he's cold. Oh man, he's cold. Yeah. Really quickly, the heist scene for episode 2, which I thought was hilarious. What the hell was it like doing that church scene? To me, I had so much fun watching it. I can only imagine how much fun you guys had shooting the actual church scene.
Well, Bamm, the church scene was so much fun to me because, again, we got to go to a different location. We shot at a church in Long Beach. Again, just the idea of it all, just the idea of the story, it was just amazing. Like, wow, how trill is that? Jesus finna go get his money from the crooked preacher, you know what I'm saying? And it was dope. It was an amazing couple days there, man. We shot, and a lot of people won't know my entire family was in that church scene.
Oh, okay.
My
That's
mother,
what's up.
My mother, my father.
That's awesome.
My children, my nieces, my cousins, a couple of my friends. It was my personal friends in my real life. You know what I'm saying? That church scene was my family. Everybody, like a whole lot of people in that church scene was are my family, and that was real fun. That was a very unforgettable day right there, just to be able to do that.
How cool was that to be able to bring your family and watch them see what you do?
Especially,
they were in the scene. Yeah. So that was dope. Again, moms, pops, kids, my sisters. You know what I'm saying? They all was in there.
I thought the deacons with the do-rags, and that was just funny to me. But anyway, going back, Diane and Trigger. Who would have expected Diane to turn into, as Booney says,
he talking about cat Maggie. Maggie and Trigger.
Maggie and Trigger.
Sorry, got you.
Yeah.
Maggie and Trigger.
Choloed out.
She's choloed out.
Don't judge me.
Booney called her. What did he call her? He called her, he said, you look like a heavy metal mariachi singer.
And then she said, you look like Fat Albert.
As the comeback. I love that she didn't let that ride too long. She said, it's too much work. I got to put on all this makeup and do all this stuff. I'm good.
I kind of like them together. I don't know if we're going to see more of that. I'm not going to ask you because I don't want you to give any spoilers, but what do you guys think about that relationship? I think it's cool because it really, by Maggie getting with Trigger, it kind of helps
connect.
It helps the connection. Okay. So from a business aspect, I think it's great. And then I also just think it's cool because I think Maggie needs a man.
I agree with that.
I mean, based off of season 1, we seen they were on opposite sides. You know? So the way I think about it, if you're rocking with my team, you're on my team. But ended up switching sides, whether it's for personal, business wise.
Or pleasure, whatever.
Well, you can't really say that because by the end of season 1, Trigger and Spider were our friends, so they switched sides. So again, they, I would take it that we're gonna continue to season 2 in the same vein. Trigger and Spider are still friends, and they actually so close that Trigger went on and Maggie down.
That's right.
I can't help it. Are we going to see more of that, or I just have to ask, or do you gonna tell me, or? Oh, okay, I thought so. All right, it was worth a try, but
but I like it. I like it. Yeah.
What do you guys think about the final scene? So Diane comes with.
Oh yeah.
With Jaleel White, I don't know his character's name, but now he's there. I thought that was a great cameo from him, and Black Jesus comes to the rescue after the lady getting the deep tissue massage. She calls out Jesus' name. Yeah,
which alerts Jesus.
And he comes down and he saves them. And what did you guys think about the final scene?
I was just a huge fan because they were about to get caught for doing wrong, and Jesus came in,
saved the day,
made it right. Again. I mean, hey.
I'm worried, man, in that final scene. Everything about the final scene's all good. Thank you, Jesus, Black Jesus, for coming through. I'm worried about Diane and Jason.
Yeah, because he got caught.
Yo, he's shirt off. he got a woman's foot on him. He's never in the right position. She already is fielding. New. She's taking interviews right now. Whatever his name is, hits from the street. Whatever his character's name is. So every time she catch her man, he ain't in a good light. And I need them to make that comeback.
All that can be explained, though. It can all be explained. Diane just needs to chill out and relax. It can all be explained.
But from a woman's perspective, she shows up. It's my man with his shirt off. Everybody else shirt on. It's my man with his shirt off. It's my man who lost the Jordans. It's my man who everything is always. It's him.
To play the other side, how can that be explained?
Well, because what happened was they was in there and Booney spilled some chili on Jason's shirt. So he spilled some chili on his shirt while Jesus was trying to get in there to massage the lady's feet. Booney had tripped over Jesus and spilled some chili because Booney always eating chili. And the lady foot, because she slipped, and that's how it ended up on Jason.
He had to catch her.
Okay.
That's catcher.
Got you.
Great explanation.
Blame it on the chili.
Right.
I don't. Diane is definitely, she's giving him multiple chances, and she has not. She clearly hasn't given up.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think there's more.
And she's seeing it ain't a lot out there.
I have a question.
Mama's boy.
In the intro, with the song and the credits, you see Diane coming out of the bed, and Jason's in it. Is that a part of something that we're going to see later on in season 2, or was that kind of like an extra shot that they do when you're doing intros with the song?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Damn.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well,
trying to dig.
Okay. Well, let's get into some things for season 2. There's cameos. So we had Jaleel White. We had my man from Hits from the Streets. We had Keith David. Can you tell us, are there any other? Man. But let me explain. As a fan, it just would make sense that you would start name dropping who some of the cameos are.
I'll tell you, it's that one dude. He got a first and a last name. It's another dude. He got 2 ears. he got both of them. Yeah. And it's another dude gonna come on here. It's another dude on the show. You seen him before. He got 10 fingers.
Right. Okay. Right.
Yeah. Oh, and it's this lady. She beautiful. You know that beautiful lady. She on there too.
Gotcha.
All right. I know exactly who.
That's what we get.
I have a bone to pick with you, being that you're one of the producers of Black Jesus.
Right. Yeah.
I have 2 bones to pick with you. What the hell took so long to announce that it was going to be a season 2? We waited for months.
Well, it's protocol. It's just different things. I would like to tell you something cool and I don't know. But I'm just going to take it as, it's certain things that have to happen. It's a protocol. This is Hollywood. This is big business. And, again, what you see happen on other shows, like Empire got the re-sign the week that after the first episode, second episode, but it's just different strokes for different folks. And, things just happen how they do. The wheels of Hollywood turn slow.
Yeah.
And, that's just what it is.
Okay. Another bone to pick. is why is Black Jesus on Friday? People who watch Black Jesus, we at the club on Fridays. Why is Black Jesus on Fridays?
Pops feel that people need to see him on Friday night.
Okay.
Instead of being in the club.
Yeah, Pops felt that he need to bring people back home inside the house so they can watch Adult Swim Black Jesus Friday nights at 11 p.m.
Plug.
Fair enough. You guys have any questions?
Yeah. Being that you are one of the producers, like, how did you and Aaron come together to actually think of the whole idea of Black Jesus?
Okay, see, we came together because Aaron was born on a planet called Xandar 7, and I was cruising the cosmos, and what happened, my ship landed on Xandar 7.
Right.
And, Aaron told me, like, wow, you came out the heavens, bro,
Like a Black Jesus.
Yeah, like a Black Jesus. And the rest is
I think I heard this story before. What was the question? How we come together on it?
Yeah.
How the concept comes.
That was Aaron's concept. And around the time we met, I don't know how long he had the concept before we met, but I think it was still like in its infancy. It wasn't like even written down. It was still like a concept. And I was blessed to have the opportunity to meet Aaron McGruder and do some work for him. I did some internet video work for him. I did a little crazy little video for him, and he liked it. And I did some more videos for him, and eventually he called me down and like, yo, I got an idea, how would you like to play Jesus? And I'm like, yeah, cool. Because again, this is Aaron McGruder, man. This is Mr. Boondocks.
That's right.
It had to be, so again, that's when it was born. Black Jesus started as a web skit, part of the Super Rumble Mix Show. That was a sketch comedy show in which it had like different sketches, and Black Jesus is one of the sketches. And Aaron put the show on YouTube, and kind of like a feeler. And people gravitated to the sketches they liked, and Black Jesus, thankfully, was one of them.
Nice. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
How has life changed for you after season 1, and you've been touring and doing some other stuff we're going to talk about, but how do you handle being a celebrity?
Bamm, honestly, I'm taking a transition in stride. It's definitely a transition. I'm way south of Wilshire. I'm one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? So, I can do this, and I'm taking the transition, and I'm going through it. But it's a lot of great things about it, man. Just the opportunity and just the privilege that comes with it. Some of the headaches that come with it, I try not to let them bother me. They're really not headaches. Dealing with fans, I'm not mad that people like me. People approach me when I'm out. What's up, Black Jesus? What's up? I love it.
Right.
I love it. I'd rather you approach me than not, man, because, it means I'm doing something right, especially when they approach me and tell me, how much they like the show, man. I really appreciate that, man. And it's just amazing, man, just being offered all the opportunity and the privilege and the perks that come with it. I mean, being on TV is a dream job in itself. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the other stuff, just the way the fans appreciate you, man, that's some heartwarming stuff right there, man. To be revered, and people want to talk to you, man, and I've been told, like, I've talked to some people and they like, yeah, you made my day, man, and it's just amazing. I don't know, Bamm. What is it like? I don't know. I'm just living my life every day, bro. I'm just, what I'm saying, I still talk to people and do things, and same stuff, man, and I'm still in the same places.
Yeah.
Although I have more places to go now, I still try to frequent some of the areas I was before I was on television, and just try to remain grounded and keep, I think that's what got me here. So I got to make sure I keep getting my fix of what's real, so I can bring it over here and translate it on this side of Wilshire.
Nice. I was at the Comic-Con at the down at the convention center, I think earlier this year, doing some stuff, and you see all these people in these costumes. You see Marvel. You see people, the Marvel comics. You see DC. And then I started seeing people as Black Jesus, and I was like, "Holy shit! Look at that! That has to be, that has to be like the ultimate compliment."
Bamm, it's crazy, and the best way I can describe it to people is like this. People ask me what it's like, and I say it's like I'm inside a big ass building, and I'm just looking out the window. and I see what I see out the window, but I can't really see how big that building is because I'm in it.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to be like away from it. And then, you know, I'm talking to people who are away looking at the building like, damn, you're like, I'm right in the middle of it. So for me, it's kind of different. You know, it's a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger to some people, but me, I'm doing it, and it's wow. I forgot what the fuck I was going to say, but yeah.
No, you said it. I get it. That's good.
Can we talk about some of the stuff that you're doing? I've seen you on tour with Charlie Murphy, and I thought you were hilarious.
Thank you.
And were you at the Improv in Ontario last weekend, or is it coming up soon? I know it's soon.
Last weekend.
Okay, last weekend. That's great that you're on tour with Charlie Murphy. Any more dates for that?
Yeah, they coming up. Man. I don't know, because I be doing different stuff, man. Charlie got his dates, and I'm kind of busy doing different. I'm auditioning and doing my digital work and things of that nature. And I'm doing my own stand-up tour.
Yes, it's called Standby. It's called the Standby Ticket Tour.
Yes, Slink Johnson Standby Ticket Tour. Your brother might be there or might not. Let's see how many people trying to get on that flight.
You said that you were auditioning, so you are obviously doing, trying to do more roles for film and TV and so forth. I would imagine.
Most definitely. You know, it don't stop. I'm turning my stand-up game up 200-fold, and you know, I'm still on my TV and my film. You know, I gotta get it, man. You know, your boy baking cakes, changing breaks. You know what I'm saying? I still strip on Tuesday nights, and you know, it's just like whatever, man. Your boy gotta get it.
I appreciate the hustle.
Right,
I appreciate it.
I want to just give some acknowledgement. You were in a film called Meet My Valentine that was out earlier this year on the network is IFC, and then you were also in Sharknado 3. How was that? That's a huge phenomenon itself.
Everybody wanted to be in Sharknado, yeah.
Man, look here, man. I've been so blessed, man. I mean, I've had some great people reach out to me, man. I've had some wonderful opportunities. Sharknado 3, the people down there, you know, they reached out to me, reached out to my agency. Shout out to Tracy, you know, my girl Tracy Christian. I was with her at that time.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Tracy. You know, she got me the job down there at Sharknado, and yeah, it was an amazing opportunity because that's a cult phenomenon.
Yeah.
That's a cult classic movie right there, man. So, you know, it was just crazy, man. You know, to see myself like, damn, I'm really up there shooting and getting bit by sharks. And folks be tripping. If you look at the movie, I lived. All my friends be like, oh, man, you got killed. You got ate by a shark. Didn't you see me talking? Look a little bit, like, let it go a couple more minutes. You see me talking.
Right.
I lived. The shark didn't kill your boy.
I love it. I've
been in South Central for 32 years. I'll be damned if I let a shark kill me.
Right.
Nice.
Do you have any?
Actually, which is a great question. When you started out, did you always want to be in the entertainment field? Was there something else that you had your mind on?
Yeah, man. I started out when I said that, you know, I want to go into the entertainment field, and I looked at it as a serious and viable means to you know, to support myself.
Yeah.
Hip hop and rap was my first thing. You know, I was a rapper. You know, I am a rapper, and my name at that time was Slink Capone. I signed a deal with Too Short back in '98. You know, we got a chance to travel. I got a chance to travel with him. I did a lot of records with him. I was on a lot of his albums. I worked with DJ Quick real close for a while. So, you know, I got a chance to get around. However, you know, it didn't unfold for me the way I would like to. I would like it to, but you know, it is what it is. I think that all of it was preparation for this. You know, I've always been a funny guy. I've always been the guy who'll crack the jokes and clown and make the spectacle. You know, I've always been that dude. But like I said, rap was what I wanted to, you know, propel me to stardom or whatever. But you know, I think my personality, you know, that I'm thankful to God that really, you know, came out and led my path, because, you know, I always clown with everything. You know, I was a quote unquote reality rapper, but, you know, I've always been a class clown.
Yeah, got you.
In everything I do. And, you know, I did my first film in '93 with a friend of mine by the name of Jason Van Veen. He was a film student at the time, and he just took a liking to my personality. He took a liking to me and my personality, and he invited me to come in and be the lead on his film.
That's
my
cool.
first job was a lead, so
Nice.
It was dope. And then I saw myself on film. Like I said, that was '93, and I was like, oh, that's dope. I want to do it again. But it wasn't so much like damn, I want to do that. Oh, that's dope. I want to do it again. But come on, let's go to the studio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, man, God know where he wants you. And he know when he wants you there. So, everything is just a matter of time.
Yeah. Okay. So at 6'7", which people may not see since you're sitting down in here, did you play any sports? Did you hoop at all?
No, I didn't play a lot of basketball coming up. I wasn't really the most athletic brother. Actually, I'm dealing with a medical condition.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't play ball because I couldn't jump. I can't jump real high. No, I can't jump real high. I got this medical condition called elephantitis of the testicles. My balls is 50 pounds, so it's kind of hard jumping with 50-pound balls.
I get that. I would imagine so.
I mean, this shit hurt. I mean, it don't physically hurt, but it hurts that I can't go out there with my comrades and run coast to coast and dunk balls and shit because I got to carry these big, heavy, hairy wrecking balls. These large gargantuan gonads. They're just so fucking. That's like I'm sitting on a fucking beanbag. It's like I got a built-in beanbag.
And that's why he's in the entertainment field, man. Respect you, okay.
No further questions, Your Honor. Is that what you say there?
I like your shirt. You're wearing a shirt. It's called. It's John Witherspoon is on there, and it says "Never Say When," and then Black Jesus Season 2. I've been seeing some things on your Instagram where you have some kind of like Black Jesus memorabilia.
Oh yeah, man.
Can I have some?
Oh yeah. Oh sure, you can have some. Black Jesus. Well, we're gonna make sure the marketing department or the people down in the promotion department over at Adult Swim send us some bobbleheads, some toast. They got the toast. They have a toaster or something in which they burn an image of Jesus' face in the toast.
I think I seen that.
That's the illest.
seen that.
That's the illest. So Adult Swim, we need some toast. We need some bobbleheads. We need some T-shirts, and we need some merch. The guys over here at AFTERBUZZ TV need some merch.
Much love.
So make sure you shoot it to your boy so I can bring him to him and make it look like I'm more involved in this thing.
Appreciate it. And so where can you be found on social media, and let everyone know where you can be found?
I can't be found on social media. I'm in the streets. No, I'm just playing. You can find me on all your social media, all your networks at Slink Johnson, SLINKJOHNSON. Excuse me, SLINKJOHNSON. What's that? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, Tumblr. Everything.
Pinterest.
And please let me know when your standby ticket tour.
Oh, the standby ticket tour is popping at any time. You just make sure you go tell your promoter that you want your boy in town.
There you go.
I'm there as soon as your promoter send me that bread and have me in there.
In all seriousness, I have seen this man do stand-up. He is freaking hilarious. So anytime that you hear that he's at any venue across the globe, please go see this man because he's very funny. And really quickly, you guys have any predictions for Season 2, Black Jesus, Episode 5?
Still holding a candle for Diane and Jason, even though Jason is a complete fuck up.
My prediction was that they'll use the truck to spread the message, and I think I got that on point. So I think I'm gonna stick with that. They're gonna continue that.
I would love to ask about where is that going, but you're not going to answer that question. So I am going to stick with my prediction. I still think Miss Tutti and Fish are going to smash.
They're gonna get it on.
Now that's saying a whole lot, man.
Fish got to be drunk for that.
You really think that Miss Tutti was stooped to smashing one of her son's friends?
Yeah, I do, but I don't think Fish would stoop.
Hey, don't get it twisted, man. Miss Tutti fine as a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't playing such a holy character.
Love it. Where can they find us?
Where can you be found on social media?
I'm on Twitter, Instagram, at @BeYourOwnDad. That's your boy. Hit me up. Continue the conversation.
Yeah, man. Instagram and Twitter as well. At @IamMoreFire.
And you can also find him in the latest McDonald's commercial because I peeped it.
Okay.
And you're in another one that I saw.
Samsung. I just got a Samsung release.
We working.
Jesus.
We working.
And you can find me on all social media at Black. I said black. You can find me on all social media at Bamm Ericsen. We want to thank our special guest, Mr. Black Jesus himself, Mr. Slink Johnson in the AfterBuzz building. Thank you so much. We wish you the best and come back, and we look forward to season 3 and season 4 and let's just keep riding it out. Let's keep riding it out.
Thank you, man. I thank you guys over here at AfterBuzz, man, because this is the second season for me, and the first season you opened your doors up, and again, I'm happy to be here again. You guys cover the show real thorough, real respectful, man. I really like that, man. I appreciate that, man. I'm gonna go in there and use your bathroom facilities and drop a number 2.
And that's the perfect way to end this.
Peace. We're out. We'll see you guys next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.